Hello, Mr. Whiting's second period class. Fasten your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride through ancient Rome with Molly Billion, Sarah Doherty, Amy Banworth, and Haley Maxwell. Now, all of your exits are to your left or right for all of your exiting needs, and hop aboard because it's going to be a fun time.
Roman history begins in a small village in central Italy. This village would grow into a small metropolis, conquer and control all of Italy, southern Europe, the Middle East, and Egypt, and find itself by the start of AD time the most powerful and largest empire in the world. They managed what no other people had managed before. They ruled the entire world under a single administration for a considerable amount of time. This imperial rule, which extended from Great Britain to Egypt, from Spain to Mesopotamia, was a period of remarkable peace. The Romans would look to their empire as the instrument that brought law and justice to the rest of the world. An immensely practical people, the Romans devoted much of their brilliance to military strategy and technology, administration and law, all in support of the vast world government that they built. Rome, however, was responsible for more than just military and administrative genius. Culturally, the Romans had a slight inferiority complex in regards to the Greeks, who had begun their city-states only a few centuries before the rise of the Roman Republic. The Romans, however, derived much of their culture from the Greeks: art, architecture, philosophy, and even religion. However, the Romans changed much of this culture, adapting it to their own particular worldview and practical needs. It is this changed Greek culture that was handed down to the European civilizations in late antiquity and the Renaissance. Our journey through this remarkable history begins with the land itself and the various peoples that inhabit it.
The city of Rome itself has tremendous environmental advantages, which made it easier for Rome to become an important city. As the Romans expanded their empire, they encountered many different environments. There were deserts, mountains, swamps, forests, and everything else. The Roman army had to learn to fight in different ways in order to conquer these different areas. During the period of the Roman Empire, the Romans had a great advantage of controlling the Mediterranean Sea. This made trade much easier because the people could ship things by boat.
We will begin by a short story about the founding of Rome in 753 BC. The god of war, Mars, had two baby sons called Romulus and Remus. But then their wicked uncle Aemilius was jealous of them and wanted to kill them.
Kill them!
So he put the babies in a basket in the Tiber River, hoping they would drown. But the basket floated down the river and stopped at a place near 7 hills. Then a she-wolf, whose cubs had been killed, came past and found Romulus and Remus. She cared for them, using her milk to feed them. Then the boys were picked up by a shepherd called Faustulus, who took them home. His wife was pleased with them, and she brought them up as part of their family. Romulus and Remus grew up to be very, very strong and big. They decided to build a city on one of the 7 hills. Then they had a bad fight about who should be king of the city. Romulus dug a big ditch around the hill. When Remus came over to the ditch, Romulus attacked him and they had a vicious fight.
Pow! Bam! Whap!
Remus was killed. Romulus called the town Rome after himself.
And now we're going to go through a brief list of ancient Roman leaders. We are going to play a little game. I'm going to say a Roman leader's name, and you are going to see if you know this person. You probably won't, so I'll give you information after I give you time to think of the character. The first one is Aeneas. Does anyone know? I'll take that as a no. He was the forefather of Rome's founders. He called himself the son of Venus, and he came to the Latium of the refugee of the Trojan War. Next up is Romulus. I think you've heard his name before. Nope? Alright, he was the founder of Rome. From the previous story that Amy gave you. On we have Cinctus Natalius. I was just kidding about the name, it's Camillus. He led Romans into battle when they defeated the Vientians, but soon after he died. Oh no, he was sent into exile, and then he died. I'm sorry about that. Next up, we have Brutus. According to the legend, Brutus led the revolt against the Tarquinius Superbus, an Etruscan king of Rome, and proclaimed Rome a republic in 509 BC. Now, thanks for playing, and we'll see you later.
They had a good military. It was scary. Check out this pretty Roman statue. Check out this sick sketch of the army. Here's some more architecture coming your way.
Romans had many different art forms. One of the art forms were murals, which are large paintings, don't be confused. Many Roman emperors had murals on their walls of their palaces.
This is an ancient piece of Roman architecture. Arena. Arena is the word I was looking for. It's an arena where many Romans would come for a day of action and adventure. They would put gladiators in here and they would fight to the death.
This is a picture of night. The Romans most likely would have given praise to the moon goddess, Diana, and the Roman people probably would have said Diana. Okay, goodbye.
Thanks for watching our presentation of Roman Empire in ancient times. And Mr. Whiting, a special shout out from the Angora Rabbit shown.
Man, those girls deserve an A.